I want to convert this component in a progress bar. An easy way to achieve this is by having a div with a certain width and another div inside whose width is proportional with the progress. So I open progress bar and remove the content, so I get this empty div inside the progress bar component. So in fact, I have a div inside another div, or in this case inside a component that acts as a container. And because the div is empty, I have to give some width to the progress bar component itself and some border to display something. I will achieve this with the pseudo attribute host. So in the style sheet, colon host, and inside here I define certain properties. For example, this display that will be as a block, also certain height, 20 pixels for example, also certain width. You can always override this from the outside, but this is to make sure the component have some aspect by itself. So 8 pixels margin, some border, it will be 1 pixel, solid, and finally a background color white. So the background of my progress bar is white. Okay, if you go see the results, you have this, but we are missing to display something in the inside div. So you have to add some styles of height and color for this element. So we're gonna start talking about our div. This is Sass, so you can nest components inside the host, this div, and I can define inside this background color, for example, this one that is a dark gray, some height, the 100% of the available space, the space of the container element of the host. And finally, we're gonna give a width of, for example, 30%. Okay, back to the results. You can see now that this progress is the 30% of the bar. You can also play with this width from the inspector in order to change the progress. For example, if I set 50, or I set 80, or even 100, you can see how the progress changes. So, you've got a component very easy, very simple, and you can even give styles to it from the outside. I can come here to the app component SCSS, use the selector app progress bar with a width of the 90%, and this width is going to override those 300 pixels that I gave initially, so this bars now occupies the 90% of the space I'm giving to it. So you can give the initial styles with the host selector, and then you can change its styles from the outside of the component.